Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd like to welcome everyone to Vic Reeves Athletic Field, where the Portageville Bulldogs will host the Chaffee Red Devils. Alongside me is Jamie Frakes. I'm Ron Riddle. We are going to bring you tonight's live football action courtesy of YHC TV.
Thank you, Ron. I want to welcome everyone listening in, watching tonight. It's a wonderful evening for football.
And then there's me.
Just a little recap over the last week of high school football action between these two teams. Chaffee started.
This time we ask that everyone would please rise, move all headwear, and direct your attention to the east end.
Chaffee started the 2017 football campaign off on a good note, defeating Crystal City 48-0 last week at Crystal City. Chaffee came out hard with a 20-0 halftime lead and did not look back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you.
Shine a little bit.
Beautiful evening for football. Still have a few pregame festivities going on here as we get ready for some football action here in Southeast Missouri against the Portageville Bulldogs and the Chaffee Red Devils. I wanted to finish that thought, Ron. Chaffee came out really hard last week, had a 20-0 halftime lead up in Crystal City. This is a fantastic football team. Last week, Landon Tinkoff rushed for 142 yards and had 4 touchdowns on 13 carries in that Chaffee victory over Crystal City. He also threw 2 of 3 passes for an additional 42 yards. And another key player that we're going to watch out for tonight in this Chaffee offense is Dalton Wilson. Wilson punished Crystal City's defense last week. On 16 carries, he had 157 yards, and he's also a favorite and featured target in this Chaffee passing game. So that's what we are in store for from the Red Devils side. When we look at this Portageville Bulldog offense, they've got some explosiveness too. And they started last week off with a loss on the road to a very talented Crothersville team by a score of 69-34. But Crothersville is very explosive. They were explosive in the first 2 quarters of that football game. And it's going to be real interesting to see how these two teams match up tonight. Last week, Ian Torrey threw for 225 yards. He rushed for an additional 118 yards. And he had a very balanced attack with Lamar Alexander and also Connor Barn, who caught 5 balls for 90 yards. So I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks tonight offensively from both of these programs. They both have very storied traditions. And we're in for an exciting night of Friday night football here in Southeast Missouri.
They do the coin toss. The captains for the Red Devils, number 10, Landon Tinkoff, number 54, Devon Falk, number 80, Ethan Dawkins, and number 85, Jackson Van Pelt. Chaffee is coached by Brad Blackman, assisted by Terry Flanagan, Nick Herman, and Aaron Worrell. Portageville's captains, number 4, Hunter Gates, number 10, Ian Torrey, number 32, Lamar Alexander, and number 73, Trey Tubbs. Chaffee will receive the opening kickoff. Portageville is also coached by Jeff Bullock, assisted by Steve Rogers, Ashley Swims, Lee Wallace, Travis Shear, and Ron Golden.
Ron, before the game started, we talked a little bit about what's going to be important for the success, for the victor in this game tonight. And I think what's critical, it may not sound, or maybe it does sound simple, but it's not. And that's how well their defenses respond. As I mentioned to you earlier, and as I mentioned to our audience, Chaffee's got an explosive offense. They have some very well-established athletes. This is a Chaffee team that's got pretty good size, and Portageville also can counter that with some pretty good size and speed. So I think the athleticism on both sides of the ball is really going to be fun to watch tonight.
I think both teams can put up points. I think the key, you're saying, is on defense. Who can make the big play when it's needed the most.
Absolutely.
Set kickoff for the Bulldogs, number 10, Ian Torrey. Back to receive for the Red Devils, 10, Landon Takeoff, and number 1, Brevin Yarborough. The up man with the ball, he's bringing up some good yards for the Red Devils. Number 22, Jacob Carter on the tackle for Portageville, is number 33, Drew Swinford. Makes a good return for the Red Devils. Red Devils going to start on the Portageville, which is about their 36-yard line.
Again, that's another example of that explosiveness that we see, the athleticism from this Chaffee team.
Plays coming in.
As I mentioned to you earlier, both of these teams come from very storied traditions, very solid programs, very well coached, very well respected.
We're in the shotgun formation for the Red Devils. Flag on the play.
Looks like on the left side.
Right. Offsides against the Bulldogs. The players lined up in the neutral zone. It's going to move the ball up 5 yards. So Chaffee will start 1st and 5.
This is one of these early mistakes that, the Bulldogs are going to have to beware of. They're going to have to make sure that they don't give up a lot of penalty yards here. Chaffee does have the ability to exploit that.
Quarterback's under center. Take off, hand off, first man through. Number 22 is Dalton Wilson. Tackle on the play. Looks like number 76. That is Sam Riggs. They're going to stop with a host of Bulldogs. Brings up 2nd down for the Red Devils. Like number 12, Wyatt Parker, going in under center for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Chaffee's going to try to mix it up here. Let's see what happens.
Hand off to number 10, Tinkoff. He is met by a host of Bulldogs. Number 64, Darrell Ellis. In on the play. But not enough to stop Chaffee. They got a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 10 Chaffee at the Portageville 34-yard line.
Chaffee executed very well on that, going off the left side. There were a host of Bulldogs in on that tackle. This might be our first opportunity to see some of this area.
Parker under center, hand off to Tinkoff. Straight up the middle. Gain looks like maybe about 6 yards. Number 9, Jared Crafton on tackle for the Bulldogs. We have a official's timeout. If you need auto parts, stop by Delta Auto Parts and Salvage on Highway 61 in Portageville. Calling in staff will assist you with all your needs. They specialize in domestic car and light truck parts. Go online to DeltaAutoParts.com for parts information.
Looks like we had a hold on that last call. It's going to push Chaffee. No, it looks like, yeah. Watching these referees here, they did a little two steps there. They went one way toward the Bulldogs, and now it's going back against Chaffee. So that's putting Chaffee back a little bit.
Jamie, looks like it might have been a personal foul. They moved it back 15 yards.
Yeah, they did. They did.
So that brings up second down and long for the Red Devils. Ball is at the Portageville 44, and we have an official's timeout. Right. We'll be right back with YHC TV. And we're back at Victory's Athletic Field in Portageville, where Chaffee has the ball, second down and long. We're calling it about 19 at the Portageville 44-yard line.
You know, last week Chaffee had some success with the quick strike offense, so it'll be real interesting to see if they try to do something big here.
And ball pitched to number 10, Tinkoff. He is met by number 5, that is Bryce Strong for the Bulldogs, and number 76, Sam Riggs. Tinkoff picks up a couple on the play, brings up third down and long for the Red Devils.
Bulldogs did a good job stringing that out to the sideline and really converging on that tackle.
Yeah, they really seemed to, because they drag it out so they could get off their lineman, because Chaffee does have a good line.
Yeah, they do.
All right, back up under center, Wyatt Parker. Got split backs in the backfield. Back in reverse. Number 1, Brevin Yarbrough on the play. Oh, and he is met by number 48, Terry Kirkwood. He read that play pretty well, stayed at home. Brings up fourth down for the Red Devils.
He did a great job going out there in the flats and trying to turn it upfield. He was met by Portageville Bulldog in that defensive backfield. Now let's see what Chaffee's going to do here, Ron. Looks like they're going to try to go for it.
4th and 10. They made it back to the line of scrimmage. Parker under center, split backfield. Get one receiver out wide. Like a counter handoff to number 10, Landon Tinkoff. Read by number 5, Bryce Rome. 76, Sam Riggs in on the play. Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 in their own side.
About the 32, 33-yard line. Chaffee came out hard, rushing the ball. They gave the Bulldogs a number of different looks. Now let's see what the Portageville offense will do in return.
Got Ian Torrey in the quarterback. He's starting a shotgun. Lamar Alexander in the backfield. Hunter Gates in motion. Hand off to number 4, Hunter Gates. Trying to get around the end. That's a nice block. Hunter Gates is breaking one. Touchdown, number 4, Hunter Gates for the Portageville Bulldogs. Jamie, there was some nice blocking that line. Backs out front of him to really lead him through there.
Absolutely. Portageville line did a great job meeting that Chaffee defense. Chaffee did a good job coming up, but that speed, that explosiveness that Hunter has, he was able to exploit that, get back there in that backfield and make a good run for the touchdown. So, but I'll tell you, again, it's going to be who strikes first in this offense.
The 2-point conversion. Direct snapper Ian Torrey was stopped by the Chaffee defense. So after a quick strike of the Bulldogs, Portageville leads 6-0. Another sponsor. If you take a look at the field tonight, you should be impressed because it's great condition thanks to Turf Innovations. Turf Innovations is responsible for outstanding field services on not only this field, but also numerous ones in the area. Turf Innovations prides themselves on providing the best playing services for the area's athletes. To to check out their products, go online to turfrenovations.com.
Back deep to receive the Red Devils, number 1, Brevin Yarborough, number 10, Landon Peacock.
So, Jamie, that was a quick strike for Portageville. Does that favor one team or the other? You know, Portageville's right back on defense. Chaffee goes right back to offense. Does that help anybody?
Well, you know, as we talked about earlier, I think both of these teams are incredibly explosive on offense. So really, let's see how Chaffee responds.
Kick from Tory, number 1, Yarborough.
Fumble on the play. Chaffee looks to have recovered that.
So Brendan Yarborough stopped with the first man through is Brendan Gorman, number 55 for the Bulldogs.
The intensity for both of these teams is definitely here. I mean, you know, Chaffee, you know, they were on the road last week. They responded well on the road last week. I anticipate they're going to and expect that they will respond in like manner tonight. You know, the Bulldogs are pumped, they're aggressive, they're ready to go, and like I say, this is everything we expected.
Under center is number 12, Parker.
Outstanding tackle there.
To take off. 79, Michael Hartman on tackle for the Bulldogs.
You know, he had good penetration on the line. He was able to break through there, and he made a very solid tackle. Right now, the Bulldog defense is responding.
Substitutions coming in, looks like number 80 is coming in, Ethan Dawkins. Looks like Yarborough is moving back to the QB spot. He's in the shotgun. Got a receiver, Brendan Yarborough split out. Looks like quarterback keeper, design run. Met by a host of Bulldogs. Number 16, Logan Bent. Number 22, Jacob Carter. In on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Brings up third down, about 10 for the Red Devils.
I'll tell you, Ron, my hat's off to you because the Bulldogs did a good job of gang tackling there. Again, Portageville has done a very good job stringing out a lot of those plays off tackle and around in. So right now, Chaffee's going to have to re-examine their game plan, I believe. We'll see if they decide to do something a little different.
Parker back under center. On the rollout, looking for all might have been a strip. He was looking for number 80, Ethan Dawkins, but he was well covered by the defense. And they were able to stop in the backfield, brings up fourth down and long for the Red Devils.
Yeah, in this situation, like I say, Portageville has an answer right now for just about everything Chaffee's doing. They're going to have to maintain this momentum as the half continues. So looks like the Bulldogs are going to get another opportunity here on offense. Let's see how they can respond after this quick 3 and out.
45 gauge Yount to kick for the Red Devils.
Good punt, good roll.
Ian Torrey 10 picks it up. And he is stopped immediately by number 22,
Dalton Wilson.
So that was a nice open field tackle right there.
Wilson did a great job breaking down on Torrey and making the tackle. Was able to contain him there. So not a bad play at all, being able to get that ball out considering the circumstances they were under. They were deep in their own territory.
Looks like Chaffee's lined up in a 4-man front on the defense. Torrey in the shotgun. Lamar Alexander split back. Looking to throw. Looks like he's looking for number 4.
Oh.
Off the hands of number 4, Hunter Gates. Defended on the play by number 1, Brevin Yarborough. Brings up a second down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
You know, Yarborough had him contained, had him in a good position. Hunter ran a good route. It was a good tight route. He had a missed opportunity there, but Yarborough did have him played well.
Brings up second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. You got 4 receivers, 1 in the backfield. Torrey in the shotgun. Blitzed by the Red Devils. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Number 32, Lamar Alexander. Picks up good yards for the Bulldogs. He is finally
Alexander was one of those threats last week for the Bulldogs. He's certainly a player that we can key on. Looks like we have
the officials timeout for a water break. We will be right back with YHCTV. And we're back at Victory's Athletic Field where the Portageville Bulldogs lead the Chaffee Red Devils 6-0. 5:47 to go in the first quarter. Portageville takes over first and 10 at the 50-yard line. Ian looking to throw, pump fake. To number 4, Hunter Gates. Catch made by number 4, Hunter Gates. He is tackled by number 1, Brevin Yarborough. Picked up some big yards for the Bulldogs. First and 10, Portageville.
You know, Ian Torrey did an outstanding job reading the defense on that, stepped into that throw. Of course, he's been throwing to these receivers for quite some time. Hunter Gates is certainly one of his favorite receivers, and he was able to make the Red Devils pay on that. Again, we're seeing where the Bulldogs are getting back in that defensive backfield for Chaffee, and they're wreaking havoc on them right now.
Yeah. Trip to the left. Wide receiver screen to number 2. That is Connor Barham. Touchdown for the Bulldogs. Some good blocking for the Portageville receivers on that one to set up that wide receiver screen, Jamie.
They sure did. And, you know, Portageville has shown early in this game that they're willing to go sideline to sideline here to carry out that game plan. Great job by Connor Barham on that. Seeing that ball in. Let's see what happens on the conversion.
Ian Torrey snap looking to throw. Catch by number 4, Hunter Gates is good. After the 2-point conversion, the Portageville Bulldogs now lead 14-0. We'll be right back with YHCTV. And we're back with the Portageville Bulldogs and Chaffee Red Devils. After the score, Portageville leads 14-0 with 5:31 left to go in the first quarter. Number 10, Ian Torrey, set to kick for the Bulldogs. Back is number 1, Brevin Yarborough, and number 10, Landon Tinkoff for the Red Devils. And the kick, fielded by number 10, Tinkoff. Is blocking. Bulldogs makes some good penetration.
That's some good game tackling there by the Bulldogs. Up the middle right now, Portageville has it pretty well sealed off. Again, Chaffee's got a very solid team. They're very athletic. They're strong. Right now, you're just seeing two good teams, and one has been fortunate enough to exploit some of those weaknesses right now in the backfield. Otherwise, we'd still be locked at 0-0.
So we got a unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs.
I didn't see who they identified on that. Did you?
I didn't even see a flag go. I just saw the officials talking and made the call. So that certainly favors Chaffee. Moves the ball 15 yards. Chaffee takes over first and 10 in Portageville territory. Looks like about the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Chaffee's giving them a different look this time.
Got trips to the left. Pitch to number 10, Tinkoff. Looking for running room. Forced out of bounds by number 16 for the Bulldogs is Logan Dent, and 48, Terry Kirkwood. Brings up second down and short for the Red Devils.
I think what was key to that play, Ron, is Chaffee was able, by splitting out and going out left, they were able to get back in the Portageville defensive backfield and place some pretty well-timed and appropriate blocks to open that running lane up. Let's see if they give that same look. It looks like they're staying in tight here on this one.
Got Parker under center. Hand off to the first man through, Tinkoff, straight up the middle. Picks up enough for the first down. Tackled on the play by number 68. That's Robert Carter for the Bulldogs. It'll be first and 10, Chaffee.
Here we're starting to see a little bit more of that explosiveness off that line by Chaffee. You saw good penetration from the running back. And, of course, you had some good solid tackling from the Bulldog end of it, but Chaffee prevailed on that.
Parker under center. They're going to stay with the same formation. Everybody's in tight. Trips in the backfield, straight across. 2 lead blocks. Hand off to number 10, Tinkoff. Picks up some more yardage. Brought down by number 5, Bryce Roan. 16, Logan Veen on the tackle. Looks like they're starting to move the ball. And now 2nd down and about 1 for the Red Devils.
Chaffee's been able to exploit a weakness there off that left tackle side there, and they've had some good results on that left side. So let's see if they end up sticking to that side of the field, although it would be very enticing to do something here on the right. Let's see if the Bulldogs, how they play this.
Ball is snapped, handoff Tinkoff once again. A couple of blocks out in front, he cuts it back, picks up it's got about 6 or 7 yards. Finally brought down by that number 5, Bryce Rowan for Portageville, but not before he gets enough for a first down. Chaffee is deep in Portageville territory. Looks like about maybe the 9-yard line.
Yeah, it's about right, about the 9-yard line. You know, the thing that's impressive about Tinkoff is he's a north and south runner.
Same formation. Snap. Hand off to the first man through. That is number 22, Dalton Wilson. Picks up good yards. Stopped by the Bulldogs. Gain of a couple on the play. Looks like about 2nd goal from about the 3. We have a timeout on the field called by the Bulldogs. This time I'd like to thank another sponsor, Greenpoint Ag in Portageville. Located south of Portageville on Highway T. These 7 Greenpoint locations offer seed, fertilizer, crop protection products, and custom application services. And stop by the Portageville Farm and Home Store for a large selection of home, lawn and garden supplies, and hardware. Go to greenpointag.com or call 573-379-3816. We'll be right back with YHC TV. And we're back. Handoff. Number 10, Tinkoff. Picks up maybe a yard. Looks like you stopped just short of the goal. Looks like about the 1-yard line. 73, Trey Tubbs in on tackle for the Bulldogs.
Chaffee they're sticking to the game plan. They're continuing to go off that left side. So they've discovered something, and it's starting to pay some dividends.
Got an official's timeout. I'm not sure what this is. I saw a kid's helmet come off. I know they have to leave the game and sit out one play, but officials are giving no signal. Okay, I guess they were just conversing. The clock starts. So now we are 3rd and goal from about the 2-yard line, looks, for the Red Devils. Parker under center. 3 in the backfield. The snap, handoff.
Oh, he was tripped up.
22, Wilson. Tripped up. Couldn't see on the play, Jamie.
79.
79, that's what I thought it was. That's Michael Hartman.
Michael Hartman came through big. Was able to trip him up before he gathered some steam there.
So Chaffee is definitely going to go for this, it looks like. 4th and goal from, looks like they're still at the 2-yard line. Chaffee's lining it in tight. Take off. Backfield, line up right.
Oh, stacked him up.
He tried to get the middle, and he is met by a host of Bulldogs. And that is a good stance for the Portageville Bulldogs. It is no good. Portageville takes over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line.
Portageville had an outstanding standoff there at the goal line, and again, you can see this aggressiveness. You see them making the adjustments that they need to make to be successful on defense, and they just proved it with that stop. So right now, the big work ahead now is getting out of this hole. Chaffee's got an outstanding defense as well, so we'll see how this shakes out.
Torrey the shotgun, snap. Torrey looking for a design run.
Uh-oh.
He is met in the end zone. Ball is fumbled. Signals. I thought he started on safety. Yes, it was a safety. Looks like Torrey recovered the ball in the end zone. So Chaffee scores on a safety. That was a good defense by the Red Devils in that time.
They did. Chaffee, they read the play well. They strung it out and were able to meet Torrey in the end zone. Again, it's like we've been talking about before the game, during the game. This is a good Chaffee football team. It's a good Portageville football team. So, in a situation like this, the team that's going to be aggressive, they're going to be the team that prevails in that situation.
So looking down, Chaffee should be on the scoreboard with 1:34 left in the first quarter. Torrey's going to set to kick after the safety by the Red Devils. Torrey will kick from the Portageville 20-yard line. Brevin Yarborough and number 10, Landon Tinkoff, back deep for the Red Devils.
Now it's time for the Bulldogs to now readjust and rethink as they go on the defensive side of the ball. They had that really good goal line stance. Now they're going to have to transition and pull something together after they kick this ball off. So we'll see how they respond.
All right, number 10, Torrey to kick. The low kick. One of the up men gets it for the Red Devils. 22 is Wilson. He is wrapped up by number 64, Darrell Ellis. So Chaffee takes over 1st and 10 at the Portageville 37-yard line.
Wilson's been a quiet contributor so far this evening. He's certainly an impact player, so we'll see if he can transition his play more on the offensive side of the ball now. But he's done a remarkable job staying in the game and keeping his Chaffee team going in the right direction. See how the Bulldogs respond to him.
Look, got a single back. They got trips to the right. Offset, pitch to Tinkoff. He cuts it back up the middle. Picks up some good yards for the Red Devils. Looks like number 9, Jared Crafton on the tackle amongst other Bulldogs. Looks like he was able to get enough for a first down. Yes, chains are moving. It's 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Back to the line. Parker still under center. So they got tied in. We got trips to the right. Single back. Handoff, 22 Wilson. He is met immediately. That is number 73, Trey Tubbs, and number 79, I believe it was.
I think it was 79.
Michael Hartman again. Yeah. Michael's found himself in the backfield a couple times tonight.
He has. He's been solid thus far tonight. Hartman's been solid. You've seen a lot of contributions from some of the younger players tonight, and I think we'll see that as the game continues on.
All right, Chaffee's going to go different formation. They're going to line up trips to the left, single back. And the pitch, number 10, Tinkoff. Blocks out in front. There's a flag on the play. Tinkoff is wrapped up by, it's like number 9, Jared Crafton, 73, Trey Tubbs. Let's see what the flag is.
At a holding.
That is correct.
Yep.
Holding against the Red Devils. Moves it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. See, that's got hurt a little bit. Chaffee was moving the ball.
Yeah, you know, both of these teams have had to deal with some early penalties, and that certainly does slow your momentum quite a bit.
20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chaffee's ball second and long.
They might be able to get this one off.
And the snap, get it off. Fake handoff to 10 Tinkoff on the counter to 22 Wilson. Looks like 64 in on the tackle with Darrell Ellis. Connor Barham was there as well for the Bulldogs. At the end of the first quarter, Portageville leads Chaffee 14-2. We'll be right back on YHC TV.
At Ag Explorer, we're farmers too. So we know that farming's never been a 9-to-5 job. Just like the farmer, we work overtime to bring you whatever it takes. Solutions like InZone help you retain 47% more nitrogen with an overall average increase of 12 bushels per acre. Imagine what InZone can do for you. Ag Explorer.
Say hello to the Internet of tomorrow. Compelling, absorbing, all-encompassing. Delivered to your home at 100 megabits per second. Now that's fast, really fast. All so that you can do a little of this, and a whole lot of this. With none of that. Need speed? Welcome to the Internet of tomorrow. Today. Get 100 meg internet from New Wave Communications for as low as $69.99 a month for the first 12 months. Save even more when you bundle. Call today.
And we're back to start the second quarter. Chaffee had the ball, third down and long in Portageville territory.
Guess they're about the 38-yard line. Just guessing here, about 38-yard line.
That looks to be pretty accurate right there. Officials on the spot. Fake pitch. Tinkoff looking to throw it. Ball is thrown, intercepted by number 4, Hunter Gates. Good block there up front. Hunter turning up the field. Forced out of bounds by number 68. That's John Little of the Red Devils. But not before Hunter Gates gets a good return for the Bulldogs. There is a flag on the play right here on the sideline.
You know, one of the things that helped materialize that play downfield after the interception, Ian Torrey put an outstanding hit on the Chaffee defender. Allowed Hunter to grab a few more yards on that play.
Flag was a warning for the sideline infraction. Portageville players are too close to the field, so officials gave him a warning for the first time, back him up a little bit. So after the interception by 4, Hunter Gates, Portageville takes over 1st and 10 at the Red Devil 45-yard line. Looks like they're going to keep the formation here, split out to both sides, single back in the backfield. That's 32 Alexander. Ball is snapped. Torrey's looking to run, roll out, looking for number 5, Bryce Roan. Nice catch. Good pass from Torrey to 5, Bryce Roan. Pick up about 5 on the play. Makes it 2nd down and 5 for the Bulldogs.
He had some great blocking on that left side for the Bulldogs there. Bryce ran a real tight route, was able to come back, catch that ball, and able to make some things happen there on the left side of the field. Ian's he's got some outstanding speed out there when he goes out toward the flats. So see if they do this on the right side now.
Ball
looks like a blitz.
Pitch to 32, Lamar Alexander. Read well by the Red Devils. 55, Cade Sullivan made the tackle before anything could get going for the Bulldogs. Brings up 3rd down and about 9 for the Bulldogs.
Sullivan was able to pull a stunt inside that guard and tackle and make an outstanding play there for Chaffee.
Portageville set. Let's see if they're 3rd 9, if they're looking to throw the ball. Fake little counter to 32 Alexander. Ian Torrey on the keeper. Good block by Connor Barham. Ball is stripped. Stripped by the Red Devils. Looks like Torrey recovered it. Looks like number 1, Yarborough's on the strip.
Had some outstanding downfield blocking on that run. Torrey made a great run. Connor Barham was able to pick up a defensive back on that play.
Looks like another flag down, Jamie.
Gosh, I tell you.
That's awful. It's like came in late for a hold. But it moves the ball back 10 yards for the Bulldogs. So,
in a situation like that, Ron, it just kills you. It kills your momentum. And, it's one of those things both teams have had to deal with tonight. And, it's about discipline. And staying within the game plan here.
And you're right. I know it's only 10 yards still the first down, but now you're first and 10 at the 30 instead of the 20. So it looks like the receivers are in tight. Motion. Connor Barham motion. Handoff 32, Alexander. He gets nothing on the play. Lost him a couple as number 85, Jackson Van Pelt, meets him in the backfield. Second down and about 12 for the Bulldogs.
Van Pelt did a great job running him down. Alexander's got some outstanding wheels, and usually when he gets around that corner, you can't catch him. But Van Pelt was able to get around and wrangle him down. So that was a good play by Van Pelt.
That was a good one-on-one tackle right there.
It was.
Torrey out of the shotgun. Hunter Gates split out by himself, rolling out. Ian looked to throw the ball. He's keeping on the run. Ian's turning it upfield. He is finally brought down by the Chaffee Red Devils.
It's another good run. And I'll tell you what helped materialize that is you had some outstanding blocking on the line. Portageville line has really been playing solid tonight.
Looks like Tinkoff in that last tackle brings up first and goal. Looks like about from the 9-yard line of the Red Devils. Still in the shotgun. Trips left. Ian rolling out. Looks like the pitch
play
to number 32, Lamar Alexander. Touchdown, Portageville.
Ian made a good read on that. He was able to flip that option out there, and Portageville was able to take it on into the house. So
he done what he's supposed to. He got defensive end collapsed on him, and he was able to get the pitch. And Hunter Gates, stuck his block on the outside, and Lamar was able just to walk that one in there.
Yeah, he had good field vision. Everything came together for the Bulldogs on that play.
Same formation, going for the 2-point conversion. The ball is snapped. Looking for Alexander out on a corner route. Ball is thrown too wide, incomplete. So a 2-point conversion is no good. After the score, Portageville leads 20-2 with 9:09 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back on YHC TV. And we're back. 9:09 left to go in the second period. Portageville set to kick after the score. 10 Torrey on the kick. On to the deep man. Looks like number 10, Tinkoff. Tinkoff trying to beat 48. Number 48, Terry Kirkwood, is able to wrap him up. But they got some good return yards on that. Chaffee will start, looks like about the Portageville 43-yard line. I'm sorry, the Chaffee 43-yard line.
Chaffee's had some major gains when it comes to the special teams as far as returns.
Well, they have
tonight on the kickoffs, and I think we had one punt, and so they are certainly getting into some decent field position. They just need to find that combination that's going to work for them.
So we got some movement.
A little movement on the left end, I believe. Number 85.
Looks like illegal motion against the Red Devils. Moves the ball back 5 yards. Going to bring up first and 15 for the Red Devils. Like Portageville moved a little, but they didn't get that neutral zone. So first and 15 for the Red Devils. Let's see if they go with the same formation. Barker still under center. The trio in the backfield. In tight. There's some play, some counter action right there. As number 22, Wilson breaks it. 16 try to run him down. That's Logan Bent. But not before number 22, Wilson, scores for the Red Devils.
That's another example of that explosiveness off that line that Chaffee gives you. And Wilson was able to get back in the Portageville defensive backfield and get a good run off that. That was a good run.
Looked like they were looking at Tinkoff, and they had a counter, and he come back the other way with it, and had some good blocking, and like I said, just enough for that explosion to get through that interior of the line. And
the defense has a number of people that they can read keys on.
The 2-point conversion is good, as number 22 Wilson was wide open in the corner. Like a little breakdown on the defense there. After the score, Portageville now leads 20-10. We'll be right back on YHC TV. Back for the Red Devils to kick is number 45, Gage Yount. It's a low kick fielded by one of the up men. That's number 22, Jacob Carter. Gain of a couple on the play.
Looked like the game plan there was to keep it away from Hunter Gates and Ian Torrey on that kickoff, and they did sew up the Bulldog offense in their own territory. So we'll see how the Bulldogs respond here. We were talking at break a little bit about the discipline that's going to take from both of these teams tonight, and right now that's what we're seeing, where both teams have scored. They've been able to have the discipline and follow through on their game plans.
Got split out. It's got a wide receiver screen. Ball is thrown short, as Gates had to take a knee to catch it. She'd be downed as soon as that knee touches the ground in contact with the ball. Brings up second down for the Bulldogs.
I think Gates is a little disgusted with himself. He knew when he went down, he knew he was down. He shook his head there for a second. He knew that if he'd probably taken another quick step in, probably would have had a reception and been well on his way.
He had a good block out front. Snap. Torrey on the rollout, looking. Number 2, Connor Barham just off his hands as the pass is incomplete. Guarded on the play by number 2, Caleb Ballard for the Red Devils. Brings up third down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
What's interesting about this passing attack by the Bulldogs is, they've got a number of weapons. They can use Alexander out of the backfield. They've obviously got Gates and Connor Barham. And, when you've got those kinds of weapons, it can be pretty fun.
On the snap, we can roll back. Looks like a screen set up. Chaffee read it. Alexander's able to pick up a couple of yards.
Chaffee did an outstanding job coming up, reading that play, coming up, making the tackle. Chaffee had good containment there on the sidelines as well. So
looks like Braden Spies, number 52. He read that right away.
That was good coverage by the Red Devils.
Brings up fourth and about 6 for the Bulldogs. Looks like Torrey. Looks like he's back to punt. 1 Yarborough and
little quick kick.
Number 1 on the return. That's going to be after the return by number 1 Brevin Yarborough. That is going to be a penalty against the Bulldogs. That looked like a face mask right there, Jamie. Looks like
it was a face mask.
I don't think it was a personal foul. Looks like he just hands to the helmet. But let's let the referees see what they get.
Against Chaffee. Huh.
Against
Portageville. Portageville, I was going to say, yeah.
So he had the ball. Looks like just a 5-yard penalty. I didn't.
That quick kick, that's a pretty good little weapon to use when you're about to transition over onto the defense. Sometimes it's a good weapon to use, especially when you have the speed that Portageville's got. but sometimes it can get you. And Chaffee was able to get a good run back, and that's where you end up sacrificing a little bit.
Got an official's timeout for a water break. So let's take the time to thank another sponsor. Butler Drug Store on Main Street in Portageville is your local full-service pharmacy, also including gifts and fine jewelry. Dr. Trey Rohn has been serving the area for many years and provides your prescription solutions. Stop by at 222 East Main Street in Portageville or call 573-379-5469. That's Butler Drug. So after the officials' timeout, the guys get a little water break. It will be first down. It's like for the Red Devils.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night for football, and you got a little cool in the air, as we like to say down here, but you still need a little water break every now and then, don't you?
So after the penalty, they started first and 10 anyway, so now they're just going to move it up 5 yards because it wasn't a personal foul, it was just hands to the helmet. So we called first down at the 43-yard line of Chaffee. Split backfield. On the snap, handoff 22, Wilson. Blocked, he turns it upfield. Looks like number 9, Jared Crafton, on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Landon Tinkoff had an outstanding block that opened that run up over to that right side. So you're starting to see, again, a little bit more of that team chemistry come together.
Chaffee takes over first and 10 in the Bulldog territory. All down in 3-point. Handoff to 22 Wilson off the right side. He is drugged down by number 22. That's Jacob Carter for the Bulldogs. Picks up, looks like about 11 yards, Jamie.
About 11 yards. Picked up the first down.
That moves the chains for the Red Devils as they're going to continue running some clock as they're just kind of marching downfield. You always got to watch, as Jamie said earlier, about the big explosion plays that these guys are capable of. The I formation. Hand off to the up man.
Quick dive play. Looked like over the right side.
Gain of a couple on the play.
You know what's impressive by both these teams is that we've seen throughout the night that they've had good game management so far. Both teams have been able to show some surprises of their own and score, and they've had opportunities to move the football. And just the game management right now with about little more than 6 minutes left in the half. See how that affects play.
Now it's a handoff 22 Wilson on the right side. He is met by the Bulldogs on this one, going nowhere. Number 32, Lamar Alexander.
Yeah.
Number 9, Jerry Crafton was first there to meet him for the Bulldogs.
Had two real good gang tackle opportunities there. Alexander really met him there at the line, drove him back.
Looks like the ball is going to stay put on the, it looks like the 30-yard line of the Bulldogs. Brings up third down and about 5 for the Red Devils.
This is a crucial down for Chaffee.
Receivers split out wide. One split all the way out to the left. Handoff, Tinkoff. He cuts back to the middle. There's
good
no
run.
Bulldogs over there.
Good run.
As number 10, Tinkoff, turns up the scores. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Tinkoff was able to take that back against the grain and just had a fantastic run. And that was just shows his ability, his skill set as an open field runner. And it's like we've been saying all along. Both teams have their explosive talents, and it's how they're going to exploit it on each side of the ball.
he showed good patience running the ball. Let
He
the
did.
blocker set up.
Followed his blockers. Yeah, he
then
did.
saw the opening and able to cut it back. It was a touchdown for the Red Devils. I didn't see any flags on the play as they set for the 2-point conversion.
Little unorthodox setup here for this conversion. See how it shakes out this time.
Quick pitch, 22, Wilson.
I think I've seen it all. I have never seen one of those, Ron. That's
I was a part of one of those.
Were you?
But it was a junior high football game,
Yeah.
but the results were still the same. I was just on
Yeah.
the opposite end of it. So
When I played football, we just kicked it through the uprights. But, man, that's pretty creative.
that was a well-designed play. So after the 2-point conversion, 20-18 Portageville, and we'll be right back with YHC TV. On the previous score was a penalty against the Bulldogs that was assessed on this kickoff. So that's why the ball has moved up 15 yards for the Red Devils. So they might be setting up for an onside kick. There's a flag on the play.
I wonder if somebody moved on that right side for Chaffee when they were making that adjustment on the field.
Let's see, 2 flags. One was on the side judge. Illegal motion against the Red Devils. Yep. You called that one, Jamie. He was moving against the Red Devils. So moves it back 5 yards.
Still kicking off at the 50-yard line. So,
It's almost,
again, Bulldogs are going to have to be airtight on this.
if you're the Bulldogs, you almost want that penalty to go away because you had the ball in good field position. He was able to recover the onside kick.
Yeah.
45 gauge Yount on to kick the ball.
Try it again.
Takes a nice Portageville bounce. Well, that was helpful. It looks like number 22, Jacob Carter, ball bounced right up to him. He was able to take it down, and Portageville will take over 1st and 10 in their own territory.
You know, the last 2 opportunities that Chaffee's kicked off, they've elected not to go deep against Gates or Torrey. And it looks like we may be seeing more of that this evening. Let's see how the Bulldogs respond.
Okay, with 5:22 left in the second quarter, Portageville leading 20-18. They take over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. Play is blown in. It's got splits on both sides, single backfield. Torrey on the snap, rolling out to his right.
He's got a
Looking,
man.
throwing. He rolls back. Receiver's trying to get open.
Oh.
Incomplete to number 5, Bryce Rohn. Just off his fingertips. Good effort. Bryce is still down. I don't know.
Looks like Rohn's been shaken up a little bit. Could have a stinger. He's kind of holding that arm down.
Might have extended his arms, and we went out for the ball, laid out, and kind of come down.
Could
so
have.
he's kind of wrenching that shoulder a little bit. Well, we hope everything's okay for you, Bryce.
You know, when you extend like that, it opens you up for a lot of things.
Good effort on his part. But now we're at 2nd down and 10. Ball is snapped. Play action to 32 Alexander. Ball is thrown just short as Hunter Gates tried to come back to get it. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. So good effort right there. He just come up short.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have had people open, just haven't been able to execute on the reception. Chaffee has been they've been playing deep to also make sure they don't give up a long ball here. So I've noticed that from number 2. See how the Dogs do on this.
Looks like they got him on the freeze right there as Chaffee jumped off sides. It's going to be move the ball 5 yards. Just make sure, wait till the official calls it. He has offsides against the Red Devils, moves the ball 5 yards. It's 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. And Jamie, I was just looking at that. They're having to throw some underneath routes because Chaffee's doing a good job taking the deep ball away. They got burnt once on it, and they've made some adjustments to that.
Yes, that pass has materialized underneath. So that might be the next opportunity that the Bulldogs can take to take advantage of that. Chaffee is real careful about that.
Ian rolling, looking out.
Like he's got a lane.
A lot of room. Good blocking right there. Number 10, Landon Tinkoff on the tackle. 55 also in on Kay Sullivan, but not before number 10. Ian Torrey picks up a lot of yards for the Bulldogs. Be 1st and 10 at almost the 40-yard line of the Red Devils.
Yeah, Ian's, he's known for that field vision. He's known for running north and south here, so let's see if he can take some of this momentum and look for some of these other guys that he has on these underneath routes. Might open up some more opportunities for the Bulldogs here.
Alexander's to the right of Torrey. Ball snap. Looks like
a
reversed to number 10.
Got a block.
Number 4, Hunter Gates. He's around the outside. Hunter takes on a Chaffee defender, and he's finally brought down. There is a flag on the play.
Bulldogs had a good little razzle-dazzle there.
So the flag's about the 29-yard line of Chaffee. Looks like a hold. Preliminary call is a hold against the Bulldogs. It's going to move the ball back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Hold against the Bulldogs.
Chaffee contained that pretty well going back to the right. But when you go back to when the Bulldogs were able to pull off the reverse, you literally had a running lane that was nearly a third of the field. So it was a good opportunity to take advantage of that.
Looks like the Bulldogs now still 1st down and about 9 to go for the Bulldogs. Bryce Rowan goes in motion to the right side. They got trips to the right. Lamar Alexander's on the swing out. They're trying to set up a halfback screen. Good run by Alexander. Alexander gets some good yards for the Bulldogs. Tackled on the play by number 80, Ethan Dawkins for the Red Devils. Not before he's able to pick up, looks like about 12 yards, which is going to, I'm sorry, there was a flag on the play, but they waved it off. So inadvertent flag.
Alexander, I tell you, he's a classic back. He moves those feet, he keeps those legs churning, and even when he caught that ball and had an opportunity to make a big play, the first Chaffee Red Devil that touched him, he was still moving those legs, moving those feet. That's the way to run the football.
Absolutely. Snap to Torrey, fake the pass, quarterback keeper. Spins out of it. He is met by the Red Devil at the line of scrimmage. 22, Wilson. And lineman right there, that's number 54, Devin Falk. Nice tackle for the Red Devils at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Chaffee really read that play well. They were able to converge on Torrey and made an outstanding defensive play.
Portageville set. Snap to Torrey. He's looking. Oh, he's met.
Big play.
Oh, he's met in the backfield. 54 again. That is Devin Falk.
Big play by Falk.
I think he was also that number 57. 57, yes, it's Jason Myers. He's in on the play as well.
It was Chaffee's turn to do a little gang tackling, and they had some guys that were able to converge and get in there. They read it well, and they stayed with it.
As you said, that line, they made a good push in the backfield. He was looking to throw. He didn't have a chance. Let's see what they can do now with 3rd and long. Ball snap. Torrey looking to throw.
Underneath. You got to look underneath.
He's rolling to the outside. He's still looking to throw. He's tucking running now.
Oh, he's got a lane.
He got one miss. Got some good blocking there. Turns up the middle. Finally brought down by the Red Devils.
Good run.
Ian Torrey picks up some good positive yards for the Bulldogs. Moves the ball down, looks like at the 10-yard line, or maybe just inside the 10 there, Jamie. Looks like first and goal from
about the it's about the 10-yard line.
They dropped the flags over there, so it's probably, let's call it 9.5, so they put the flags down. Ball snapped to Torrey, looking to run the ball. Picks up a few yards, straight up the middle.
Good run up the middle. You know, on that previous play, I mean, Chaffee played it well, but you just got the talent that's coming out of Torrey on that run. He's a great open field runner. He will carry the mail for you.
See what Portageville does here. Looks like they got Jared Crafton out split left. Bryce Rowan in the slot. Slot right, got number 2. That is Connor Barham. Handoff straight up the middle to number 32, Lamar Alexander. Signals, touchdown, Portageville Bulldogs. Alexander straight up the middle. He's coming off a little bit, so he's a little banged up there on that.
He got a little dinged up on that run. That was a good, hard run. And, again, you know, he hits it hard. He runs hard.
So we're waiting for the play to be called in.
Looks like we're going to think about it a little bit.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. Gives us a chance to thank another sponsor. A Plus Family Clinic in Portageville has been providing the area with medical services with great quality and service. Visit them at 203 East 3rd Street or give them a call at 379-2100 to schedule an appointment. A Plus Family Clinic in Portageville for local medical solutions. Also, we'd like to thank Ellington Insurance in Portageville is one of our fine sponsors this year. With all the challenges facing organizations and families today, no one has time to become an insurance expert. Instead, you need an experienced team who can analyze the various options open to you and suggest the best alternative for your needs. That's where Ellington Insurance is there for you to simplify your insurance needs. Call them at 379-5401 or visit their office at 200 East Main Street in Portageville. As we're going back here, Jamie, because they're going to set up for the 2-point conversion. It's an important point. I mean, you're like at 26-18 with 1:15 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's worthy of thinking about. You know, this can be a critical 2-point conversion here as the Bulldogs hope to finish off this half with just $1:15 left.
So got trips to the left. Hunter Gates singled out by himself on the right side. Hunter look at Hunter on a fade right to the corner. Hunter still working. Ball's coming out.
Oh, my.
Just off his hands. He's working hard to get it. Chaffee took the corner post away. He came back and just off his hands.
You know, Jared Crafton was wide open over on the left side there. I mean wide open. So it was an opportunity there that the Bulldogs missed.
So after the failed 2-point conversion, Portageville leads 26-18. And we'll return right after these messages from YHC TV. As we're back at Victory's Athletic Field with 1:15 left to go in the second quarter, Portageville leading 26-18. Ian Torrey set to kick off for the Bulldogs. Back deep is number 1 Yarborough and number 10 Tinkoff for the Red Devils. Looks like a missed kick by Torrey. Portageville almost recovered, but number 80, Ethan Dawkins, was able to land on it. So Chaffee takes over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
You know, it looked like Torrey rushed his approach to the ball on that kickoff attempt, and because I don't think that was by design. I could be wrong. That's something I'd have to ask Coach Bullock later, but it looked like if he would have taken just a little bit more time, he might have got a little bit more foot into that ball.
On the break, looks like Chaffee's going trips to the right. There's a single back. Parker up under center. Ball is snapped, pitch to Tinkoff. Good blocking. Tinkoff cuts the ball back, still on his feet. Finally brought down by number 2. That's Connor Barham. Not before Tinkoff picks up a lot of yards for the Red Devils. That's enough to move the chains. It's going to be 1st and 10 Red Devils in Portageville territory.
That was a good run. Again, we're seeing that display, some of that explosiveness by Tinkoff. This formation for Chaffee has paid some dividends for him.
Pitch to Tinkoff. He's looking for a lane. Gets no lane there. Looks like there's a flag on the play, though, as Tinkoff is forced out of bounds by the Bulldogs.
I think I'd probably bet that might be a hold, because I think I saw it, but I
Holding
don't want to
against the Red
qualify.
Devils. Yes, sir, you're correct. Holding against the Red Devils as Tinkoff is trying to get around the end. Portageville did a good job stringing that out so we could get some penetration. So it's going to move the ball back 10 yards.
Yeah, the Bulldogs did a great job containing that. They did string it out well, and like I say, what do we have here? We got 50 seconds left in the half.
Looks like Portageville's got Torrey. Looks like he's kind of playing that center field. He's playing deep, make sure that nobody gets behind him.
No deep ball there.
On the break. Parker still under center. Tinkoff and Wilson in the backfield. On the snap, Parker looking to throw. Quick slant by number 1. Yarborough's incomplete. He was open on that quick slant, just off his hands.
That quick slant underneath is a difficult pass to defend. The Bulldogs did have 5 defenders there in the area. The catch was not made, though. So see what happens. We didn't burn much time off that, huh?
Brings up 2nd and 22. The ball's on the Portageville 43-yard line. See what Chaffee's going to do. If they're going to try to look for another pass play, or if they're going to try to keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock moving. Tinkoff under center. Looking to throw. Looking.
He's going to go high.
Go deep. Incomplete to number 22. Dalton Wilson. Looks like Ian Torrey might have got a hand on the ball to break it up. That will bring up a 3rd and about 22 for the Red Devils.
Torrey had that ball played well. Also had the other Chaffee receivers covered well by the Portageville defensive backfield. And as such, they were able to contain that. I guess we'll see what happens here. Looking at 3rd and 22, Ron, is that right?
Yes, sir. That's what they got on the board, so
Okay.
we're going to go with that. Take off the single back. Parker under center. So pitch. You can almost see it's
Little
coming.
halfback pass.
Yarborough might have had a step. Looks like they read it. And there's a flag on the play. That's at the end of the play where incomplete pass was thrown. Not sure what
I did not pick up the call.
I saw the flag, Jamie, and
Pass interference, maybe?
no, the ball was overthrown. I'm not sure what the call was. Torrey was about a couple steps away. So, I mean, it was a nice thrown ball just off the fingertips of the receiver.
That'll be one for the film crew because I did not see that. I did not see that infraction. So
the officials going to give us the call. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. All right, so after the incomplete pass, Portageville is charged with unsportsmanlike conduct.
is that an automatic first down?
I know it's 15 yards. I believe it's an automatic first down.
Okay.
The officials are supposed to let us know here because they were 22 yards away, so it's either going to be 3rd and short or a first down.
Well, you know, the theme this whole night both teams have outstanding athletes, and you sure don't want to give your opponent any advantage. That could be turnovers, that could be penalties. I mean, those things, they can come back to snake bite you if you're not careful. So it appears we have an ejection.
I'm not sure on the play. Looks like number 10, Ian Torrey's been
ejected.
It's
been ejected from the game.
Timeout, Red Devils. We're going to take timeout and be right back with YHC TV. And we're back on the play as play resumes after the penalty. Chaffee's ball is 3rd down, so it's not an automatic first down.
Well, now the scoreboard says 1st and 10. So
the sideline's got 4th down over there.
Sideline's got 4th down, yeah.
We're going to have to go to the sideline to get the official right beside them. So hand off to Tinkoff on the right side. Picks up some yardage.
Good move on the outside.
Bounce to the outside. Forced out of bounds.
Well, again, after the penalty, you've got a momentum shift, and Chaffee's been able to take advantage of that thus far.
It's going to be 1st and goal from, looks like about the 8-yard line. 28 seconds left in the first half. Portageville leading 26-18. Chaffee's lining up, is split backfield. Parker goes under center. Snap, handoff, Tinkoff.
Good tackle.
Good penetration. Looks like number 68 for the Bulldogs, Robert Carter. Timeout on the field called by the Red Devils.
I tell you, the Bulldogs had some good game tackling there. They did extremely well converging on that ball carrier. Seeing how the game's set up right now, we're getting into a little drama, a little suspense here before the end of the first half.
Well, Jamie, with the ejection of Ian Torrey by Misha rules, that means if you get ejected in a game, you can't play the next game. So that's, if that is the case, we don't know for sure. Just it appears to be. That wouldn't set well for the Bulldogs next week. But we still got this game to play here for the Bulldogs, and we got 19.7 seconds left on the clock. The Chaffee Red Devils have the ball 2nd down on the 8-yard line.
Well, Ron, it's kind of like we talked about before the game. This is a very competitive district. I mean, you got Portageville, Chaffee, Crystal City, Hayti, Scott City, St. Vincent's, Valley Catholic. I mean, you've got to be on your A game every Friday night. So
Chaffee lines up, split backfield, Tinkoff and Wilson in the back. Yarborough split out to the left. Ball snap, handoff, Tinkoff to the right side. Good blocking by the receiver on the outside, and in for the score. That's Tinkoff for the Red Devils, and that's 6 more for Chaffee. It's like the receiver on the outside made a nice block to free him on that corner.
The Bulldogs did a good job stringing it out. At that point, though, that's up to your defensive backfield to converge, come up and make that tackle on the outside. But, Tinkoff's been dangerous all year. So
and you only have 8 yards, so you don't have a lot of room to.
Right.
You got to get up in there.
You've got to challenge him.
Snap on a 2-point conversion. Tinkoff from the right side, looking, turns it up, and he's in.
Like you got it. We got a tie football game.
After the score, yes, it's 26-26 with 14 seconds left. And we're going to go to a break with YHC TV. And we're back at Portageville High School at the Victories Athletic Field. Chaffee set to kick. That's 45. Yount on another kick. Ball is moving up, expecting a short kick. It is short, fielded by the up man. Looks like number 75 falls on us. Dakota Portwood for the Bulldogs. So Portageville takes over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line with 14 seconds left to go.
You know, both teams on this special teams, the kickoff particularly, it's almost been a war of attrition. You know, it's back and forth. It's play for the middle of the field. And I think that's just the respect that both programs have for their deep return threats. So see what we get here. We got, Connor Barham in the game.
Connor Barham set in the shotgun position. Ball snap. Quick pitch to Alexander. He's turning on the right side. Turns up the field. Good run by Alexander. Lamar picks up some good yards. That's a first down for the Bulldogs. Ball's moved. Looks like about the 37-yard line of the Red Devils. Be 1st and 10 Portageville. 7.7 seconds left on the clock, and timeout Bulldogs.
Yeah, Alexander had a good gutsy run around in. Barham snapped that quick pitch out there to him, or it looked more like an option in that situation, but he was able to convert on that. And again, you can't say enough about Alexander. He's run hard all year. He ran hard last year, and he's continued to pick up that momentum this year and even in this game. So the theme that I've seen, and we've said it all along, is you've got explosiveness from both teams. Both these teams can put a lot of points on the board. That's critical. That's the way they play the game, and I think we're going to see more of that in the second half too. It comes back to defense. It comes back to containment.
Well, and you and I talked a lot, last year about Alexander going to him. He's a runner that's not a lot of wasted motion. He sees the hole, he goes to it. He don't have a lot of wasted movement. He tries to get north and south as quick as possible, and he's usually pretty good for picking up positive yards. Back to the play. Connor Barham set in the shotgun. Ball snapped. Connor looking to throw. Like number 12 across the middle is wide open. Just a little bit long, maybe. A.J. Hicks, the intended receiver. Well covered by the Red Devils. Got number 10 Tinkoff in on the play. Nice pass. Just wasn't there right now.
Yeah, Barham made a good pass. Had a good attempt there. Hicks was on the ball. Just one of those unfortunate situations there.
2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Barham the shotgun.
He's going to go yard.
Ball's thrown a little short. That is intercepted by number 1 for the Red Devils, Brevin Yarborough.
Well, that means that's the end of the half. And we've seen some pretty entertaining football so far.
Discussion on the play. I don't know of. Maybe Coach Bullock's wanting a call, and the official just threw a flag. Looks like that's going to be unsportsmanlike
against Bulldogs.
Portageville, and that will be assessed on the kickoff in the second half. So at halftime, we got ourselves a barn burner. It's 26-26. We'll be back at Vickery's Athletic Field after your messages from YHC TV.
At Ag Explorer, we're farmers too. So we know that farming's never been a 9-to-5 job. Just like the farmer, we work overtime to bring you whatever it takes. Solutions like InZone help you retain 47% more nitrogen, with an overall average increase of 12 bushels per acre. Imagine what InZone can do for you. Ag Explorer.
The area's fastest internet just got faster. Introducing 100 meg internet, now available from New Wave. With 100 meg, there's nothing you can't do. Browse better, stream more, power every device. This is lightning fast internet designed to fit your family's needs. It's brand new and it's the fastest game in town. Get 100 meg internet from New Wave, your local provider of the speed you need. Call 1-888-8-NEW-WAVE today.
And we're back at Portageville High School, where the Portageville Bulldogs and Chaffee Red Devils are all tied at 26. We want to give a little shout out to both teams' cheerleaders. Jamie, you want to go ahead and get Portageville there?
Sure. Tonight, the Portageville High School cheerleaders, I'd like to introduce them. First is Lacey Moorfield, senior. Maisie Hall, captain. She's a junior. Michaela Pullum, she's a captain. She's a junior. Callie Roberts, junior. Destiny Adams, a sophomore. Liz Compier, sophomore. Maggie Frakes, sophomore. Anna Hayes, sophomore. Kelsey Jones, sophomore. Cameron Spence, sophomore. Molly Crockett, freshman. And Jalen Milam, freshman. Their cheer coach is Miss Tabitha Robbins, and we certainly do appreciate those young ladies and the sacrifices that they make in support of high school athletics.
I have the Chaffee cheerleaders. They're not on the program. I was able to walk over there before the game started, and their cheer coach, I didn't get her name, but she was nice enough to give me her girls. Kylie Brewer, Sarah Birch, Alexis Handback, Madeline Hendricks, Gracie Knutson, Madison Perry, Braylon Post, Ashton Rains, Alexis Schott, and Ellie Sayer. Say congratulations, girls, on the hard work that you put in, that effort. I know it's make sure that doesn't go overlooked. We all know you work just as hard as some of these boys do when it comes to practice. So good luck to you girls as well.
Well, Ron, you know we're getting ready for this second half as we're starting to see both teams take their respective sidelines. And, of course, you know, the theme for this entire first half was about quick hit offenses that could put some points on the board. Both these teams have shown the capability to do that and have proven that with a score of 26-26 after the first half. What's going to be interesting to see in the second half is how Portageville comes out behind Connor Barham, the new quarterback, and see how they rally the troops around him, and then to see also how Chaffee responds with their game plan. You know, the Bulldogs have been able to contain a lot of those sweeps just off around the end and some of the dives off tackle. So it'll be interesting to see if Chaffee continues to do that. And they also opened it up with a little passing game there, a little taste of it toward the end of the first half. So it's going to be real interesting to see how this game is going to shake out. But I do want to stick to that first theme. I think defense will rule the day, and I believe we might be in store for maybe somebody who's an unknown who just might be the deciding factor of this contest between Chaffee and Portageville.
I think you're right. Like I said, you know, you got to make adjustments. Like I said, Chaffee's big plays have come off mostly some counters. You know, they went up right there and Tinkoff, you know, has been able to make a few counters. Wilson's run the ball well. Their blocking has really helped. Portageville's taking the initial sweeps away, as you were saying, and they counter back. So now Portageville just got to stay home.
Yeah.
Make sure those DNs don't over pursue and kind of protect that backside so they can't counter. Now, to start this second half, Portageville had a penalty there of unsportsmanlike against the Bulldogs at the end of the half. And so this is going to be assessed on the kickoff. So Chaffee's actually going to be kicking off in the Bulldog territory. So they're going to be kicking off from the Portageville 45-yard line. And I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick here.
Yeah, I think that'd be a smart call. They did it twice in the first half and under circumstances that were less optimal than this. I mean, this is a great opportunity for them to exploit this at this time, and it wouldn't surprise me a bit if they came out of the gate with an onside kick.
Looks like Alexander looks like he's in the front. Looks like number 3's up there. So with their hands teamed up there.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and try to put it in the back.
Number 12, the keeper. Oh, he breaks one. He's going down the sideline. Can he beat him? He's got him beat.
Oh, he's got him beat.
He's going to the house with it. Number 12, A.J. Hicks, takes it to the house for the Bulldogs. On the opening kick in the second half, Portageville jumps ahead by 6. That is a big run right there.
That is a tremendous run, a tremendous way to kick off the second half for the Portageville Bulldogs. You talk about momentum breaker. That's what you're seeing on a run back like that. Hicks made a fantastic move to the outside. And, you know, Chaffee, they were in position to make a tackle. there were several missed tackles in that area. So it'll be interesting to see now how Chaffee responds offensively when they get a shot to get the ball back.
Portageville lining up for 2. Barham in the backfield with Lamar Alexander. Quick pitch to Alexander. Trying to go to the left side, and he is stopped short by the Red Devils. Like 54 for the Red Devils. Devin Falk in there on the stop. After the score, Portageville leaves 32-26. And we'll be right back with YHC TV. And we're back after the quick strike. After the quick strike of Portageville. Set to kick off is number 76, Sam Riggs for the Bulldogs. And the kick is on the way. Looks like the deep man. Looks like Tinkoff on the return. Good blocking.
Here.
Oh, he almost broke that.
Had good coverage. Number 48 on the tackle.
Terry Kirkwood.
Terry Kirkwood.
That was a good tackle. He broke that one. It might have been a quick 6 for Chaffee.
Well, you know, when I played football in high school, my coach, Coach McKay, always used to say you needed to be as mean as a junkyard dog up the middle on those kickoff teams. And that's what we're seeing. You've got to have that stick-to-itiveness to make it happen, and Terry showed that.
Parker under center. Ball snap, handoff, first man through. It's like Wilson. Tackled on the play by number 62. That is Avery Braden. 64, Darrell Ellis also in on the tackle. Gain of about 4. They're calling it 3, so we'll say second down and 7 for the Red Devils.
You know, Dalton Wilson had a good first half. It was a respectable first half. Let's see if he breaks out of it in the second half.
Chaffee set, split backs. Wilson and Tinkoff in the backfield. Handoff, Tinkoff. Good push by Portageville. Tinkoff makes a nice cut. Flag comes in late on the play. 68, Robert Carter on the tackle. Flag comes from the back judge. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. Gained a few yards on the play. Let's see what it goes against. There is no flag. They wave the flag off. So after the play brings up third down and about 2 for the Red Devils. Plays coming in. Parker's gets the play from the coach. Coach Blackman calling in. Chaffee's up to the line. Get Tinkoff and Wilson still in the backfield. Receiver split out to the right. On the snap, handoff, Tinkoff. Cuts it back up the middle. Gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. That'll be enough for a first down. So Chaffee's moving the chains. 1st and 10 Chaffee at Portageville territory.
You know, Chaffee's found something on that left side that they're trying to exploit. They're consistently going over that left tackle, or they're trying to run that counter play. And it's always in that area. But, you know, Portageville has responded well with some good gang tackling. So, again, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Ball snap, handoff. Oh, counter to number 10, Tinkoff. Fake the handoff to number 22, Wilson. Tinkoff on the backside. Picks up about, looks like about 7 yards for the Red Devils. Second down and about 3. And again, Jamie, they're off that left side, as you were saying. Let's see if they stay in it. Chaffee back to the line, split out to the right. Yarborough. 2 is Ballard in the slot. Handoff, Tinkoff, left side. Gain of about 6.
About 6 yards, yeah.
Which is enough for a first down. They're moving the chains again. So 1st and 10 Chaffee. At the Portageville just on the other side of the 20-yard line. Looks like almost the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 Chaffee at the Portageville 19. Chaffee's back to the line. Quarterback's talking to Wilson, making sure adjustment, checking with Tinkoff, make sure they're all on the same page. Up under center. Ball snap. Handoff, second man through. That is Wilson.
Very similar show to the right side that we saw from the left and have been seen from the left side. They mixed it up a little bit, split that end out to the left, and then went back on the right. Looked like kind of a counter play, back over right tackle.
Looks like number 2, Connor Barham, and number 62, Avery Braden on the tackles for the Bulldogs. But not before he picks up, it was about 7 yards. Second down and about 3. Back under center. Handoff,
Good
trying
tackle.
to right side.
I think that's Sam Riggs and
Yes.
number 5.
Bryce Roan.
Bryce Roan and Sam Riggs come up on the tackle.
Good tackle by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they read their keys. They stayed at home, made a good tackle.
Maybe, it's like giving him maybe a yard. Looks like about third down and 8.
Yeah, that's about right. Again, another critical point here in this game.
Let's see if they go back to that left side with a short yard situation. Got three in the backfield. Gonna have 2 leading block. No, straight up the middle. That is 22. That is Wilson
That's
again.
Wilson again.
He picks up enough for the first down. Hosts the Bulldogs on the tackle. I couldn't see a direct number, but it looks like the Chaffee's moving the ball. They're at first and goal.
Yeah.
So maybe about the 6-yard line. Yarborough split to the right. Ballard in the slot. On the snap, handoff to 10, Tinkoff.
That time the Bulldogs were ready for that tackle. They were ready to play that through. Read their keys on it, kept it contained, made the tackle. Still got, a yard maybe?
Looks like he picked up about 2 or 3
Yard,
there.
2 or 3 yards on that?
Took on the spot, trying to see the official spot. Maybe about the 3-yard line, looks like. So we'll call it second down and goal from about the 3-yard line. Portageville's leading 32-26 with 7:05 left to go in the third quarter. Ballard and Yarborough split right. Wilson and Tinkoff in the backfield. Got a timeout. Chaffee. During this timeout, we're going to thank another sponsor. If you need auto parts, stop by Delta Auto Parts and Salvage on Highway 61 in Portageville. Colin and his staff will assist you with all your needs. They specialize in domestic car and light truck parts. Go online to deltaautoparts.com for parts information. If you take a look at the field tonight, you should be impressed because it's in great condition thanks to Turf Renovations. Turf Renovations is responsible for outstanding field surfaces on not only this field, but also numerous ones in the area. Turf Renovations pride themselves on providing the best playing surfaces for the area's athletes. To check out their projects, go online to turfrenovations.com. Officials are getting the players back on the field. So when we get back, it's going to be second down and goal to go for the Red Devils. Portageville is needing a stop. Chaffee's been marching the ball downfield. Not a lot of yards at one time, but 4 or 5. At least their possessions are moving the chains. Ball snap, handoff Tinkoff on left side. Portageville's trying to run it outside. Good job of containing the outside. They're forced out of bounds by a host of Bulldogs. See Logan Vent, number 16, in on the tackle. Brings up third down and short for the Red Devils.
Had about three or four Bulldogs were able to string that out to the left side. They did a great job reading that, pushing it out. Again, Chaffee's giving them a good look. Bulldogs are responding.
Well, looks like Connor Barham, the other quarterback, is limping off a little bit. He got a little dinged up. Hope Connor's okay.
And I hate to continue to be a one-note Johnny here, but when we're looking at both these teams and how similar they are with their explosiveness, this again is another critical series of downs.
So we got 3rd and short. Got officials timeout. Sideline officials.
Something up with the clock.
Got a clock malfunction. It's 60 minutes and 53 seconds, so I think that's a little off. So we're going to go and thank another sponsor is Greenpoint Ag in Portageville. Located south of Portageville on Highway T, the 7 Greenpoint locations offer seed, fertilizer, crop protection products, and custom application services. And stop by the Portageville Farm Home Store for a large selection of home, lawn and garden supplies and hardware. Go to greenpointtag.com or call 573-379-3816. During that time, the Chaffee scores a touchdown to bring the score to 32-all. Chaffee's set to go for 2, and they've pulled a little bit of razzle-dazzle a few times, so let's see what they have in store for this one. Snap to Tink off. He's looking to run the ball. Bulldogs are closing, and he is just short, so the Bulldogs do a good job. Officials pointing that looks like just about the 1 yard line. He's just short, so 2-point conversion fail. So after the touchdown, we're all tied with 6:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter, 32-32. We'll be right back with YHC TV. And we're back at Victory's Athletic Field after Landon Tinkoff scores to tie the game for the Red Devils. Set to kick here. And it's another short kick. Taken by number 22. That is Jacob Carter. He is nowhere to run, but he retains possession. Portageville is going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Got an official's timeout for, it looks like a water break. We'd like to thank another sponsor as Butler Drugstore on Main Street in Portageville is your local full-service pharmacy, also including gifts and fine jewelry. Dr. Trey Rowan has been serving the area for many years and provides your prescription solutions. Stop by at 222 East Main Street in Portageville or call 573-379-5469.
Well, we got 6 minutes and 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here at Portageville. And again, Ron, we're seeing this similar theme. Neither team wants to go deep with the kick. Portageville ends up essentially recovering the ball. Not really much of a return, but still, you're about the 39-yard line in their own territory. So it's a great opportunity for the team to retool and try to get back on game plan here. So we'll see how they respond and also see how Chaffee's responded.
So Portageville takes over. Barham in the shotgun. Throw, short pass, number 9, Jared Crafton. Complete, number 9, Crafton, get some good yards.
That's effective. That's that underneath pass that we've been talking about.
17, Dylan Pebble, and 85, Jacksonville Pebble will stop for the Red Devils, and absolutely that little short pass picks up some quick yards for the Bulldogs.
I think this is where you're going to see Connor Barham's effectiveness as a quarterback. He's able to have that vision that's necessary to hit that underneath pass. He definitely has the arm. They need to respect his arm.
Roll out. Throws just out of the reach of number 12. That is A.J. Hicks. Looks like he able to get a hand on him, just couldn't bring it in. So it brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Good location.
It's one of those that, if he catches the great catch, but, he's the only one that can catch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's ball's coming in now. It's got Roan and Jared
Crafton
on the left.
Got a lot of tools
Pitch
out
to
here.
Lamar Alexander. Lamar makes one guy miss. Gave some good yards.
He was about 3 feet to a couple of yards from breaking one right there.
85, Van Pelt the stop. Looks like he's down. Looks like he's grabbing his leg. Hopefully it's just a cramp. It's kind of getting a little bit humid out here now, so like he's grabbing. So hopefully it's just a little cramp for him. So we're going to take a timeout while we get him sorted out, and we'll be right back with YHC TV. And we're back as 85 Jackson Van Pelt is jogging off, which that's a great sign. So when play resumes, Portageville will have the ball at 3rd down. It looks like about 3. Crafton and Roan to the left. 48 Kirkwoods on the right, and number 12, that's Hicks. Lamar Alexander in the backfield next to Barham.
Nice play. If you want to call that a play, that's a play.
It gained 5 yards.
Nice call. It got him 5 yards. It got him a first down.
Good job. The Bulldogs didn't move, so we got an offsides against the Red Devils. Moves the ball 5 yards. Well,
Barham must have been pretty convincing because he drew them all off.
We got 1st and 10. Portageville's in Chaffee territory. Looks like about the 37-yard line. Ball snap. Connor looking to throw. Throws a
Going
deep
deep.
one. Throws it.
Oh, my
Crafton
goodness.
is looking over the right shoulder. The ball was over his left. He never saw it. But there is a flag on the play. Looks like it should be preliminary. Should be pass interference on Chaffee, but let's wait for the officials to make their call. Yes, pass interference against the Red Devils. That will be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the ball. That'll be enough for a Portageville first down. As Barham is a nice throw, just Jared looking one way and the ball is the other, but it was a good thrown ball.
Yeah, the ball was pinpoint. It was on him. It's easy to get twisted around when you run those routes.
It sure is. In motion, Hicks in motion. Handoff.
Chaffee doing some good gang tackling there.
Looks like number 51. Yes, 51 for the Red Devils. And I'm sorry I don't have his name on the roster here. But he wrapped up and made the nice tackle for the Red Devils. We got 2nd down and 8 to go for the Bulldogs. 5:16 left here in the 3rd quarter. We're all tied at 32. Single back in the backfield. Ball snap. Handoff. Alexander straight up the middle.
Right up the middle.
Good yardage by the Bulldogs. There's that explosive that you're talking about. Jamie Alexander just takes it straight up the middle.
Yeah, he did. You know, that formation the Bulldogs showed going 3 wide on the right side, that really set that up. Chaffee defensive backfield had to respect the speed. They moved over there to take care of the Portageville receivers, and there was good old Lamar Alexander.
Ball snapped from the 4-yard line. Alexander tries to go inside, bounces out. Met by number 54 for the Red Devil. That's Devin Falk. A couple others in on the tackle with him. So number 80 might have been there, Ethan Dawkins. We have an official's timeout. Got another young man. Looks like he's got a hold his hamstring. Looks like it's probably going to be another cramp. We will take a timeout and be right back with YHC TV. And we're back with the Bulldogs. 2nd down and 4. Ball's on the 4-yard line. Snap Barham, quarterback keeper. Looks like he might have gained a couple. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal for the Bulldogs. See where they spot the ball. They might have gained a couple on the play. Chaffee did a good job of taking the interior way. They had to bounce it out. They was able to track it down. They're saying no gain on the play, so it brings up 3rd and still 3. Over the middle. Pass was intended for, looks like, number 5. Yes, number 5, Bryce Roan. Just off his hand, just a bit high. He had a couple guys on him. Almost made a great catch. Brings up a 4th and goal from the 3. That's what Portageville looking to do. Portageville is going to call a timeout. And we're going to take another break and be right back with YHC TV. And we're back at Portageville High School. 3:39 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We're all tied at 32. Portageville has the ball at 4th down on the Red Devil 3-yard line. Got 2 receivers each side. Got Lamar Alexander.
Looks like we had movement on the right side of the line, Ron.
Yes, false start against the Bulldogs.
73 maybe.
That's going to move it back 5 yards. But, sometimes you move the ball back, you get a little more room to work with.
Yeah.
They could come to their advantage. So let's see what Coach Bullock calls here.
With Portageville running that spread offense, when you get those tools of throwing the ball and the speed and what they have to offer there, when they spread things out, you give them 5 extra yards, it just opens up a whole lot more options.
Ball snapped, Barham. Quick little fake, throws to the corner. Incomplete. Is over the intended receiver's head. That's number 5, Bryce Roan. So Chaffee will take over. The ball will be on their 9-yard line, so they're deep in their own territory. 1st and 10, Red Devils.
Ron, we talked about this earlier in the 2nd quarter about the prospects of someone who hasn't been on the radar making a big contribution here in the 2nd half. And right now everything seems to be stacking up just like that. So we're going to see who rises to the occasion between these 2 teams.
Like a personal foul call was against the Red Devils.
Yeah. That's going to be a big one.
That's going to move the ball back half the distance to the goal. So that's definitely not the way they wanted to start. So it's going to be 1st down for the Red Devils. And they're going to start over at their 4-yard line. So that's a big one right there. We're talking about penalties and making those big plays. Portageville have the chance right now to really make a big defensive stance right here, deep in the Chaffee territory.
Both teams have had opportunities to take advantage of the other and had some momentum going offensively, and then they've had something killed by penalties. And so, again, we're seeing this theme again in the 3rd quarter, and this is not the kind of game you want to get into that.
Ball snapped. It's like a handoff, 1st man through. So that's number 22, Wilson. Gain of 1 or 2 is hard to see. See where they spot the ball. Actually, there's no gain. So their ball's going to be same spot, 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils. Number 12, Wyatt Parker bringing the play in. Up to the line, under center.
See if Chaffee tends toward that left side.
The whistle. So the play clock expired, but Chaffee called timeout before that. So with that, we'll also take a timeout and be right back with YHC TV. And we're back after the timeout. Chaffee has the ball. It's 2nd down and 10. So deep in their territory. They're going to try to look to get some positive yards for sure here, try to get away from that goal line. Tinkoff on the rollout.
He's got him beat.
Throwing. Yarborough has it beat.
What a catch. Outstanding catch.
Number 1, Brevin Yarborough on a nice catch.
Outstanding throw and an outstanding catch.
Tinkoff on the rollout. He was looking. It was a street pass. Yarborough got behind the defender and
I'll tell you, that was a pretty tight pattern, but the defender was right on it. It was a good play all the way around. But you're right, Ron. He did. He got out, extended past that Portageville defender, and made the grab.
Handoff to the 3rd man through there. Had 2 blockers in front. At number 22, that is Dalton Wilson. He gains, looks like 4, possibly 5 yards. Got an official's timeout. That's more positive yards for the Red Devils. Looks like maybe another. I'm not really sure of the injury on this one. It's like one of the linemen are down. We're going to take a break and be right back. You're watching YHC TV. And we're back live at Portageville. Chaffee's moving the ball. Handoff. 3rd man through is Wilson. Had 2 lead blockers. Turns it up. Gain of about 3 on the play. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd down and about 2 for the Red Devils. Picks up some more yards. Got 1:35 and counting left in the 3rd. We're all tied up at 32.
You know, Ron, this might be one of those situations where it's about game management here, controlling the ball, maintaining the control of your destiny here. So we'll see which team is effective at doing that. That was looked like Bryce Roan on that tackle.
Yeah, that tried to run the same play again, and Bryce blew that one up.
Bryce read his keys on that. Got through the line and was able to make the tackle. That was a big play.
Looks like moved him back a couple of yards, so now we got
about 4th and 4, maybe.
4th and 4.
Got about 56 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, so we'll see if they want to get this play off before the end of the 3rd quarter.
It's a big stance for the Bulldogs right here. They need this stop. Barham's going back. Lined up to punt. Chaffee's going to punt it. There's a flag on the play.
It's a pretty good punt.
Takes a favorable Chaffee roll. But there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is going to be.
Okay.
Looks like an illegal man downfield.
They got 2 calls on the field. Yeah, legal man downfield.
It looks like they're gonna make them re-kick it.
Yeah, here we are in this this war of attrition here in the middle of the field. See if they can move them back a little bit, make them re-kick it, and see what the Bulldogs do on this punt return. Let's see, who do we have back here for Portageville? Is that A.J. Hicks?
Looks like number 12. That's A.J. Hicks. Yeah,
A.J. Hicks, number 12.
He broke one at the start of the 3rd quarter. So let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to?
Looks like Lamar Alexander has left the field as well. He appears to be a little bit shaken up.
Penalty against Chaffee. It's going to bring them back. 4th now 20. They're in the punt formation.
That was a floater of a snap.
End over end.
Got a good roll. Is he going to try to make a run?
Picks it up. 12 picks it up.
Good run.
Still on his feet. Finally brought down by a host of Red Devils. Looks like number 24 for the Red Devils. Mason Cook in on the tackle.
Chaffee did an outstanding job of coverage on that play. AJ was probably about a step or two from turning that into something. Looks like we may have another Chaffee player down.
Yeah, looks
like he's going to be all right, though. Good job.
56, Brian Kilburn. Looks like he was rubbing his calf area, so that's another. Looks like he called him a cramp.
I tell you, that's the thing about both these teams that's been impressive tonight. They are leaving it all on the field, that's for sure. They're playing hard, and this is what we expected from this contest.
So Alexander's back in the game. He's in the backfield next to the quarterback, Connor Barham. Shotgun formation. Ball snap. Quick pitch to Alexander. Cuts up the middle. He's breaking away. Caught by number 85, Jackson Van Pelt. Lamar's like about a couple steps away from breaking another big one there.
You know, Van Pelt has been all over the field tonight. Defensively, offensively, he's had a good game. And see what we have here. They're going to let the clock run out here in the third quarter. So now we move to the fourth quarter.
All tied up at 32. We're going to take a break and be right back with YHC TV.
At Ag Explore, we're farmers too. So we know that farming's never been a 9-to-5 job. Just like the farmer, we work overtime to bring you whatever it takes. Solutions like InZone help you retain 47% more nitrogen, with an overall average increase of 12 bushels per acre. Imagine what InZone can do for you. Ag Explore.
Say hello to the internet of tomorrow. Compelling, absorbing, all-encompassing. Delivered to your home at 100 megabits per second. Now that's fast. Really fast. All so that you can do a little of this, and a whole lot of this. With none of that. Need speed? Welcome to the internet of tomorrow. Today. Get 100 meg internet from New Wave Communications for as low as $69.99 a month for the first 12 months. Save even more when you bundle. Call today.
And we're back. Ball is snapped to Connor Barham. A little pump fake.
Barham showing some good mobility. Looking downfield. Good little pickup, Connor Barham.
Took some good yards upon the play. He was kept his head up looking downfield. There was nothing there that he couldn't see, so he just gained, looks like about 6 yards. A good little pickup right there. It's going to bring up second down and looks like about 4. There's another timeout.
Another timeout. Who's this one charged to here? Is that official timeout?
Looks like another cramp from a Red Devil. So let's take another time and thank one of our sponsors. A+ Family Clinic in Portageville has been providing the area with medical services with great quality and service. Visit them at 203 East 3rd Street or give them a call at 379-2100 to schedule an appointment. A+ Family Clinic in Portageville for local medical solutions.
Well, you know, that last play with Connor Barham, again, he showed some great mobility, scrambling around pretty well. He was able to have some pretty good vision downfield. Chaffee did a great job defending those receivers, so there really wasn't much there, but he was able to turn something out of nothing. And I think, Connor's really doing a good job. I think he got rid of the willies here coming in, and he's starting to get some confidence. And this young man's going to be a good ball player for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looks like we're about set to regain action here. Got receivers split on both sides. Alexander in the backfield. Chaffee did a good job staying home. They tried to draw them off sides. Get the play in. Ball snap. Handoff Alexander.
Oh, good
He
run.
was stuck, and what a move by Alexander. He was hitting the backfield. He was able to spin out and turn, and he just took it straight up the field.
I tell you, Chaffee had 4 players around him as soon as he got the football. He made a remarkable move, and Chaffee did a good job converging on him. They're starting to pick up. They're starting to key on him. So, but again, Alexander with a great move.
With the chains, it's 1st and 10, Portageville. Quick pass to
good ball,
Jared Crafton, number 9. Bryce Wrong gave him a good block right there. Picks up about 4 on the play. It's a good game for the Bulldogs.
You know what's interesting about this combination that we're seeing, Barham to Crafton, and then A.J. Hicks, the role that he's played tonight so far. We're starting to see a little bit of that Portageville youth movement that fans will be able to expect to see in the next year or two.
Well set. Barham shotgun looking to pass.
He's there underneath.
Pass to number 12. That is Hicks.
A.J. Hicks.
On the play. Tackled on the play by 22 Dalton Wilson. But not before Portageville picks up enough yards for a first down.
Barham was able to pick up that underneath pass. That underneath pass is there. He was able to pick it up and made a great throw. Again, A.J. Hicks having a great game, was able to pick it up.
And that's the key right there. Just take what the defense gives you.
Yeah.
They give you 5 or 6 yards, go ahead and take it.
You know, this Chaffee defense is stocked with athletes. They got a lot of leadership. Chaffee also has a little bit of a youth movement. They've got a number of sophomores getting some time tonight. They also have a number of juniors.
Ball set, snapped, handoff to Alexander.
Great tackle.
He
Number
is
55.
That is Cade Sullivan.
Cade Sullivan.
He met him in the backfield. He didn't let him loose this time.
Yeah. You know, like I say, Chaffee is doing a great job picking up the read. They're reading what the Bulldogs are doing, and they're taking advantage of that. And again, it goes back to that elementary notion that we've had all along on defense.
Alexander just come out of the game. Coach Bullock calling in the play.
Going to have to get one off. You got 13 seconds left on the play clock. Looks like they may go ahead and call a timeout or let it run down.
Looks like he's going to let it run down to about 2 seconds there on the play clock.
Call a timeout.
Timeout. So Coach Bullock and the Portageville Bulldogs calls timeout with 9:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're all tied up at 32 apiece. We'll be right back with YHC TV. And we're back at Victory's Athletic Field. The Portageville Bulldogs have second down and about 11. Empty backfield. Barham on the snap. Eludes one tackler. He's scrambling. He's still moving and couldn't escape it again. It's number 54. That is Devin Falk. And 22 also in there, Dalton Wilson. As Connor was scrambling, but he couldn't buy enough time.
You know, this particular series, you've had Falk, you've had Wilson, you've also had Sullivan, who've made some plays, and now the Bulldogs are on the 35-yard line. I mean, just goes to show you what the power of a good defense will do.
Yeah. 3rd and 25. Officials, Chaffee Red Devils call a timeout. So with 9:01 left to go, we're still tied at 32. I think Chaffee's really thinking now is, with clock's running down, they want to be sure on their defense, make sure they don't, get too overzealous and give up a big play. They probably just contain them. Maybe hopefully they'll punt the ball away from them, and so they can start something from their end.
Well, the one good thing that Chaffee's done all night, among several there, because both teams are playing pretty good football, but Chaffee has been able to control the game when they retain the football. When they get on a run and they have some momentum, they've been able to do that. The Bulldogs, too, have been able to do that. So it's kind of whoever's got the football last, and I think Chaffee's taking a gamble here. Call this timeout, reset their defense, see if they've got an answer for what the Bulldogs offer, and then ultimately they're probably thinking on, controlling the game from here.
Well, but that timeout also gave Coach Bullock a chance to kind of think things over, see what he wanted to do. So let's
be able to counter what Chaffee's going to offer.
See what he does here. He's looking, Barr looking to throw.
Get out, you open.
So gets the yards, asking for a block. He gets forced out of bounds by 22 Falk and 57. That is Jason Myers. So Connor picks up a couple of yards back, which still brings up 4th down and long for the Bulldogs.
4th and about, 25? Not 22.
22.
4th and 22.
So
well, in this situation, you got to go for this. You got to spread the offense.
Their kickoffs have been about in this area at times.
Yeah.
So like you said, you're better off just kind of going for it right here, and at least picking up some yards. Maybe got a break on the tackle. Let's see what's going to happen. Ball snap. Connor looking.
He's there.
He throws it. Ball's intercepted. Intercepted by number 2, Caleb Ballard. Jared Crafton makes the tackle.
Really, Ron, that's a pretty good punt.
I'm thinking the exact same thing.
If you think that.
That's better than incompletion. Incompletion,
right.
they get the ball, about 25 yards up the field. At least right now, they're down in deep in their own territory. So that's
yeah, they've got them inside the 10-yard line, or about the 10-yard line. Portageville, the goal here defensively, contain Chaffee. See what Chaffee has to offer here.
Probably going to go with the running game. They have handoff. Tink off. Looks like number 79 on the play. That was Michael Hartman in the backfield.
Hartman's had several good tackles tonight for the Bulldogs. He's really shown up and played a good, solid defensive game.
The Bulldogs need a couple more big plays right here. Keep Chaffee in that deep in their own end zone there. Ball is snapped. Counter play, handoff to 22. It's like Wilson on the right side. Fake to Tink off.
As a defense right now, you're going to have to stay true to your keys. And with both Wilson and Tinkoff, Chaffee's got 2 weapons there that you have to respect.
Yeah, Wilson made a nice run. Bryce Rome was in on that last tackle for the Bulldogs. Gain of a couple of yards, brings up about 3rd down. Looks like about 5 for the Red Devils. They got trips to the left over here. The single back. Pitch to Tinkoff. Bulldogs do a nice job. Looks like the spot looks like he got just enough for the first down.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
The thing about Tinkoff is you have to wrap him up. When you hit him, he's similar to Lamar Alexander in this situation.
So officials call a timeout. They want to call for a water break.
Okay.
So with that, we'll take a break and be right back with YHC TV. We're back with 7:19 to go in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. And a flag on the play coming out of the timeout. Illegal motion against the Red Devils. It's going to move the ball back 5 yards, so that's definitely not the way they wanted to start coming out of the timeout.
No, absolutely not. That's just a momentum killer. This is where you have to dig deep as a team, exercise some discipline. Stay true to the cause here. This is where the long practices pay off here.
Bring up 1st and 15. Parker in the center. Handoff, fake to Tinkoff. Handoff to 22 Wilson.
Looks like he might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe.
Looks like he gained about 6 yards on that play. Tackled by a host of Bulldogs. Makes it about 2nd down and 8. Looks like they gave him a couple there. So Portageville needs to stop because with 6:45 left, all tied up. You want to field position is going to be key right now.
Absolutely.
Split left, handoff, 22 Wilson. Straight over the right side. He's tripped up by, looks like 76 in on that play. That's Sam Riggs for the Bulldogs.
Sam's had a good game tonight. He's had several tackles. He's been consistent on defense.
There's been a lot of Bulldogs. They're surrounding the ball, so their pursuit to the ball has been pretty good on that interior.
I think that's what I like about both these teams. Both these teams are truly in it together. You see the chemistry. And like I say, they're really epitomizing team here, both of them.
Snap, handoff. Number 10, Tinkoff. He cuts it back. Still on his feet. He's wrapped up finally by, looks like number 76. Is that Sam Riggs?
Yeah, that's Sam, and you got a flag on the play. Could it be a holding?
Holding against the Red Devils. So that's not going to make Coach Blackman very happy. Holding against the Red Devils. That's going to move the ball back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's going to negate that first down.
I tell you, if I'm a defensive back for Portageville, I'm certainly watching for Tinkoff after he breaks through. When you're coming up to put that lick on him, he will cut back against the grain. And he's been doing that all night.
Better keep your feet moving and be ready
to wrap him up, because he's a dynamic runner.
Wyatt Parker calling the play in. Receiver split to the left. One in the slot. Split backfield. Snap.
Going to go in the air.
Pass to
wow.
number 1. An outstanding catch by number 1, Brevin Yarborough. He laid out and just made an outstanding catch for the Red Devils.
Yarborough showed some great athleticism on that. He went up high and pulled it down.
Chaffee on a little bootleg and got him out in the open, and there Parker was able to make a good little pass. Let's move the chains to the Red Devils. Got first down and 10. They're at their own 37-yard line. 5:10 left to go in the fourth. We're all tied at 32. Parker under center. Ball is snapped. Handoff. Tinkoff.
Wrap him up
by 48. That is Terry Kirkwood, along with a host of Bulldogs. But he was still able to gain, looks like about
3 yards.
2, maybe 3 yards. See where they're going to spot him.
I think 2 yards. They're looking at about 2nd and 8. And the clock continues to run with a little under 4 minutes and about 4 minutes 25 seconds left in the game. And again, it goes back to what we've been talking about, Ron. It's ball control, game management from here on out.
And if I'm guessing, I think they're going to run the ball.
Yep. Somebody moved.
They had us all full because they were going to pass. They had Tinkoff snuck back in there at quarterback. Looks like a legal motion, though, went against the Red Devils. Doesn't move the ball back 5 yards. So now instead of, second short, now it's going to be second and about call it 12.
Mm-hmm.
So that hurts Chaffee, but it helps Portageville.
Yep.
So we got to see what Chaffee's going to do his next play here. So still got number 10, Tinkoff in at quarterback. 22 Wilson in motion. Design run straight up the middle. Tinkoff keeping the ball. Tackle on the play by number 9, Jared Craft, and number 2, Connor Barham. Tinkoff picks up quite a few yards on that play, brings about 3rd and 3 for the Red Devils.
Yeah, that little quarterback draw really opened up for Chaffee on that play.
Sent Wilson in motion, trying to get one of the linebackers to go with him, open the middle up on a design run. Tinkoff still at quarterback. He's up under center. Pitch to Wilson on the outside. Flags on the play. He picks up enough for a first down. There's a flag on the play, and that usually calls for holding the area that's thrown at.
Yeah, they're holding.
And it is. So that's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
You know, Chaffee's had some great opportunities, and they've just penalties have really affected them here. It's really slowed their momentum down. Got about 3 minutes, 3 seconds left in the ball game, and they're still down in their own end of the field here. So you might want to look for a big play here, a little razzle dazzle, or look for something to try to bust this open.
If I'm Portageville, I'll make sure my ends stay at home.
Yeah, make sure you're at home and make sure you got good coverage.
You know, Coach Bullock and that staff is telling them stay home, guys. And they in the backfield, Tinkoff, he's going nowhere. Flag
they
on
have
the play.
Another hold.
Number 64, that's Darrell Ellison on the play. Holding against the Red Devils. See if Coach Bullock's going to accept it. Coach Bullock told him no, he don't want it. Referees didn't see the other referee telling him that it was declined.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to bring up a fourth down. Lost a couple more yards on that play. Brings up about fourth. It looks like about 13 or 14.
Yeah, 4th and 13.
Chaffee's making a lot of substitutions here, so they're going to punt the ball. Back for the Bulldogs, number 12, A.J. Hicks. Flag on the play.
How many do they have? Too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field, so that's another penalty against the Red Devils. It's going to back them up. It's another 5 yards. So you got 2:19 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. We're all tied at 32. Chaffee set to kick. 4th down and about 18 to go.
Got A.J. Hicks deep. Who else is back there with him, right?
Like 22, Jacob Carter.
Jacob Carter. Got a short punt.
Because they can get away from the ball. Takes the Portageville bounce. Down by number 1, Brevin Yarborough. So Portageville will take over at their own yard line. So let's take a sponsor break here for Ellington Insurance in Portageville. Is one of our fine sponsors this year. With all the challenges facing organizations and families today, no one has time to become an insurance expert. Instead, you need an experienced team who can analyze the various options open to you and suggest the best alternative for your needs. That's where Ellington Insurance is there for you to simplify your insurance needs. Call them at 573-379-5401 or visit their office at 200 East Main Street in Portageville. Connor Barham on the snap, looking to throw the ball.
Good pass.
Good pass completed to Bryce Roan, number 5.
Again, Barham's able to see underneath. That pattern is there every time. It's materialized every time.
That was a nice throw ball just over the defender's hands.
Yeah.
Pick up about, calling it 8 yards. So about 2nd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. 1:40 left on the clock, still running. Ball snap. Connor's looking, throwing. Ball is incomplete.
Complete.
That's number 12, A.J. Hicks, and number 10, Tinkoff Landon and Tinkoff both had their hands on the ball.
That was an outstanding play by Tinkoff and also Hicks being able to try to hang on to that ball.
They both had their hands and rolling and
Yeah.
fighting, and finally it went out of bounds on them. So that brings up 3rd down and 2. Portageville's getting set. Barham's in the backfield. Handoff to Alexander, straight up the middle.
Oh,
He is met by the Red Devils at the line of scrimmage.
Red Devils read that perfectly. Stepped up in the hole, made a good hit. Was that Sullivan by chance?
Number 51.
Number 51, who we don't have on the roster tonight.
I'm sorry, that's number 57.
57.
Jason Myers.
Jason Myers. He stepped up and made the play.
Connor Barham set the shotgun. 4th down and 3. And Chaffee jumps off sides. That penalty is going to give the Bulldogs enough for a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 10 Portageville.
50.5 seconds remaining in the game. I tell you, the penalties have just killed Chaffee tonight.
This half, especially, they've been their own worst enemy. We'll see if Portageville can capitalize on this one. Coach Bullock calling in the play. Get the formation set. Alexander next to Barham in the shotgun. Blitz from Chaffee.
They're going to go
Barham's on the
long.
ball. Incomplete. Ball intended for 48 Terry Kirkwood. Defended on the play by Brevin Yarborough.
And he is down. That's Kirkwood, right? Kirkwood is
Looks like hopefully he's holding his calf. It's not can't really see from here. Hopefully it's not his knee. Hopefully it's just one of those cramps that many of the Chaffee players have had.
I tell you again, Chaffee, they played well on that. Had good position on the receiver. Terry did a good job going up for the ball. It was just a similar situation to what we had earlier between AJ and Tinkoff.
Looks like the trainer's looking at him. Looks like the way they're working on him, it's just it's a cramp. So when we resume play, it's going to be 45 seconds left. Portageville's got the ball on the Chaffee 29-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. So you got to be thinking, are they going to try to go long? Are they going to try to go underneath and gain some yards that way?
Well, I tell you, Ron, the way I look at it, that the effectiveness of that underneath pass, it's been there all night. First half, Portageville didn't take advantage of it. Ian Torrey did take advantage of it a little bit. The second half, Connor Barham has been able to stake his bread and butter on that underneath pass. And really, when you're talking, you're only out about 25 yards from the end zone. A good underneath pass, 15, 16 yards, you're in pretty close to have some options to win the game here in the last seconds.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised he'll roll out. He's been roll out to his left, and Bryce Roman's been open a couple of times. And he hit him on a play just a couple plays before that.
Yeah, and Connor Barham's got great mobility. He moves well. He's got a solid, sound arm, strong arm, and he can make those throws.
So they're set. Calling the plays like maybe
look for the underneath pass. Look for the underneath pass.
Well set. Connor's looking, rolling out.
Come on, Connor.
Nothing there. Still on his feet. Ball is finally blown dead. Tackled by a host of Red Devils, 54. Falk. 85. Jackson Van Pelt was in on the tackle.
That timeout by Portageville with 25.3 seconds left in the game.
We'll be right back with YHC TV. And we're back at Portageville High School, where the Chaffee Red Devils and Portageville are tied at 32. 25 seconds left. Ball's blown in play. Barham checking the ball, snap. Barham looking, throw across the middle. Over the head of number 12, the intended receiver, A.J. Hicks. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 12 for the Bulldogs. Got 24 seconds left. That's what Coach Bullock's electing to do. He's going for it. Plays coming in. Receivers split left, get 2 split right. Alexander long back in the backfield next to Barham. Ball snap. Barham's looking.
Let it go.
Intended for number 5, Bryce Roan. It was knocked down by a Chaffee defender. It's like number 10, Tinkoff, was in on the play to knock it down. So with that, it's going to be a turnover on downs. Chaffee takes over 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line with 18 seconds left.
Well, I tell you, Ron, we've talked about it before the game started tonight. We've talked about it throughout the game. We knew this was going to be a tight game. We knew that, the key was going to be solid defense. Both teams, put some points on the board, but, here we are. Yeah. These teams match up really well, so.
Barker going under center. Ball snapped. Looking to throw it. Incomplete. Intended for number 1, Brevin Yarborough. I saw a hook and ladder trying to develop off of that play right there.
Yeah.
So he went down. You had Tinkoff was sprinting around, and they were looking at that little quick pitch. I don't think we had anybody on that far side to defend that one.
See what the Bulldogs do here defensively.
2nd down and 10. Just under 15 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. All tied at 32. Ball snap. Parker looking to throw.
There it is. That's what you call.
Ladder. Complete to Yarborough. Then a quick pitch to Tinkoff. And Bryce Roan did a good job of staying out there and making sure that didn't develop for any bigger yards. Forced him out of bounds. So Chaffee gets the 1st down. But he's forced out of bounds. So it's 1st and 10 Chaffee at their own 42-yard line, 43-yard line.
At 6.1 seconds left in the game, and at least in regulation. See what formation Chaffee brings.
Tinkoff in the shotgun.
See if he lets it go.
He's looking deep. Ball's
There's
thrown.
the ball.
Incomplete. Intended for Yarborough. Defended on the play by 16, Logan Bent.
The game is the end of regulation. 32-32.
We will be right back with YHC TV. All right, as we're getting set for overtime, the captains will lead on the field. Portageville 73, Trey Tubbs. And there you get 4 for the Red Devils. 85 is one of them. That's Jackson Van Pelt. 54, Devin Falk. 10, Landon Tinkoff. It looks like number 80, Ethan Dawkins. So the Chaffee will call the visiting team. Chaffee is going to elect to receive. Portageville will defend the west end. So,
okay, here we go.
So they're good.
Little overtime football here in Southeast Missouri.
The ball is going to start on the 25-yard line. Portageville set for defense. Chaffee's calling in the play. 12, Wyatt Parker's coming in and get the play. Set up. Officials blow and get in. Wide, they're split. 2 in the backfield. Looks like Tinkoff 10 and 22 Wilson in the backfield.
It's that little counter play again. Takes it
Counter
to the
play
house.
in the first play. Number 22, Dalton Wilson, takes it straight in the end zone. This is going to be a big stance for Portageville right here. They got to stop that 2-point conversion. Chaffee's lining up. See what they have.
You know, the Bulldogs have made that adjustment and have had an answer for that play all night except now.
Tinkoff looking to throw it. Ball's in the corner. Defended.
Okay.
It's like Bryce Roan. He read that play all the way, and he was able to knock it down. So after the quick strike, Chaffee puts on 6, but Portageville was able to hold off the 2-point conversion. So let's see what Portageville can do on their turn on offense. I think maybe see some Lamar Alexander right here.
Yeah, I think keeping Lamar on the ground with it would probably be the wise thing to do at this point. But unfortunately, it looks like Lamar is out of the game.
Yeah.
So you may have A.J. Hicks.
You got 12 back there beside Connor.
You know, I said earlier that this game will provide an opportunity for somebody we hadn't heard much from or about.
Connor avoids the rush. Nice play on Hunter.
Oh!
Good block. Good block right there. Connor picks up a couple more yards. Terry Kirkwood on the big block.
What a block. Man, that was explosive.
Connor picks up, looks like about 5 on the play. That's
Somebody was asking if there might have been a little horse collar action in there, but I don't think the ref's going to go for that.
ref's trying to say that he reached in the front and
Said
pulled
that he
around
reached
the back.
around. Yeah.
Bulldogs in the shotgun. Barham with that back there. Hicks next to him. Get the play off. Barham's looking.
Look underneath.
Pass underneath. That's a flag.
Pass interference.
That was an easy one to call right there. He got there about a step and a half too early.
You know, and the shame of that is they had good coverage on it. You know, even if he would have caught the ball, they were right there.
So pass interference against the Red Devils. To move the ball 15 yards. It's going to bring up a first down for the Bulldogs. Looks like the ball is on the 10-yard line. So first and goal from the 10. Kirkwood split out right. Looks like Logan Vent in the slot. Bryce Rowe in the left slot. Far receiver looks like Jared Crafton. Hicks back there besides Barham in the backfield.
Going deep in the corner.
Ball is thrown over the head of Kirkwood, who's well covered by Yarborough.
Chaffee was ready for that look.
The line did a good job that time. They kept him off there, gave him some time to throw the ball. Just the defensive backs for Chaffee did a good job of taking that away as well.
Well, you know, both teams tonight on the line have really played pretty well. I mean, it's been trench warfare. There's no doubt.
Barham set. Ball snap. He's looking to the left. Quick throw.
There he is.
Crafton. Ball's just short.
Just short. I tell you what, I lost the ball when he released it. And then at the last second, I saw a blue jersey. I really didn't expect a blue jersey to come up with that ball.
I guess from my angle, I had a good angle when I saw when he threw it, and Crafton stepped right over there. It was a real quick throw. Mm-hmm. Nice play. Good tackle made by the Red Devils, because that was a quick pass, and they did a good job to stop it right there. So 3rd and goal. Connor on the quarterback keeper.
Up the middle.
Straight up the middle. Can't see where they're spotting the ball. The host of Red Devils in on the stop. It's like 54 is in on that play. Devin Falk.
Red Devils had that played very well. They had the middle jammed. Looked like the linebackers even had a pretty good stun on the inside.
It's like 4th and less than 1, and Coach Bullock wants to call timeout and think this one over.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with YHC TV.
Looks like the moment of truth here.
4th and 1. Portageville has to score on this play. Have an empty backfield. Barham in the shotgun. Up under center. Barham takes the ball, and the official, Chaffee, calls timeout. They awarded them a timeout. So we're going to stay right here. That was you couldn't get any closer to call timeout right there than that.
I tell you, I've seen some close ones before, but not like that. That was pretty good timing by the Chaffee coaching staff on that timeout call. And, they're wanting to, they want to be able to go to school and, see what Portageville's offering. And it was the right call for them. Connor showed a lot of guts taking that snap and going up the middle with it.
Yeah, it looks like, they were off the left guard there. He went. He was in there on that one. Mm-hmm. Well, it's a well-timed timeout for Chaffee.
Yeah.
So now we are 4th, and it's, I'm going to say less than a yard.
Yeah, I'd say inches. Yeah, well, not quite. Maybe about 2 feet, maybe. 1.5 feet. Pretty close.
Let's see what Coach Bullock and the Bulldogs decide to do here. So Chaffee, if they're going to spread them out, or if they're going to back them in. Looks like Bulldogs are saying they're spread. They got 48 Kirkwood up, spread out to the right, Crafton to the left.
Got a little bit different look here.
Barham on the quarterback keeper. Wait for the official signal.
Chaffee had an answer for that.
Looks like he just come up short. We'll try to wait for the official call so we can be on the. That is it. That's the ball game. Portageville come up just that short, less than a yard. Chaffee makes one last stand to take the game. 38-32. Chaffee Red Devils come into Portageville, and it was a well-played game.
It really was. I mean, it was a hard-fought game all the way. Both teams, had some opportunities, and at the end of the day, at the end of regulation, it was time to go into overtime, and this is the result that we see. Chaffee hung in there, and our hats off to them as well as the Portageville Bulldogs. And again, can't say enough. These are two very good football teams. They're very just the physicality that they have on the field, the athleticism. And there's a lot of football left to play this year. And I tell you, I think of Connor Barham, and I think him coming in, stepping in like he did a tremendous job in relief there. And it's going to hurt for a while for a Portageville fan, and for a Chaffee fan, it's and especially this Chaffee football team, it's something that they can reflect on and continue to move and shake in their season with them being now 2-0. That positions them well in the district as well. So.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. Portageville come up just a bit short. Now, next week, they go to Malden.
Right.
So that's going to be another tough task. Malden has been good for several years now.
Yeah.
So I think Portageville's going to, they got a few guys banged up, so they're going to get healthy and hopefully go to Malden, and they're going to give a good effort.
Yeah. So
we just got to make sure that get everybody healthy and standing for Chaffee. Like I said, they're now 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
So not sure who they have next week, but no, we don't have their schedule here. But
well, it's and it's like you said, Ron. Portageville's going to have to prepare for Malden. Very good program, very solid program. They know how to play football, and it'll be time to regroup and try to swing a big lick next week. With respect to Chaffee, being 2-0 and already on the move, I think like I say, they're in the driver's seat as far as district play goes. So.
Well, folks, that's going to about do it here for us at Vickery's Athletic Field in Portageville, where Chaffee come in and beat Portageville by a touchdown in overtime. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors and YHC TV for broadcasting this and giving us a good experience. So until next time, we'll hopefully see you guys back here soon. And I hope everyone has safe travels if you're driving home. And that's it here from Vickery's Athletic Field. So on behalf of Jamie Frakes, I'm Ron Whittle. We hope you enjoyed listening to us and wish you all a good night.